Good morning. Hi, this is Travis from National Weather Service, and this is your weather hazard briefing for Friday, June 13th. We will continue to have some isolated showers and thunderstorms today, mainly be in our northern areas across the central mountains, Montana Divide, and we'll also have some in the southeast highlands along the Wyoming border. Be fairly isolated today, just a very weak wave moving through with some residual moisture, gusty winds of 30 to 40 miles an hour, and small hail likely with these storms. We will continue to be above normal temperatures throughout. We will warm up after this even more to be well above normal near record as we go into Sunday. But then we have a weak system coming early next week. We'll bring a couple of days of isolated showers and thunderstorms, again, mainly our north, but it will cool temperatures down. We'll be back into the 70s and 80s instead of the 80s and 90s across the area. Today, again, there's some moisture that's going to move across the Central Mountain this morning, and then the waves kind of move across the highlands, across the Montana Divide, and then we'll have a little chance of some stuff across the southeast islands as well as we go into the afternoon. Mainly high pressure across the area. There's an overall trough in the Pacific, though we'll bring an additional wave, like I said, moving into Monday, Tuesday. But right now we do have a little bit of lingering moisture into that high pressure ridge, and then the high pressure ridge will build back in over the weekend before the next little wave hits us early into the next week. Again, as I mentioned, isolated showers and thunderstorms across most of the area, mainly the central mountains and Montana Divide and Southeast Islands, and then it will mainly be just our northern areas. Again, hitting the Island Park area, Lost River Range, and Sawtooth on Monday, and then not so much on Tuesday as we go into Monday, Tuesday with that next little weak system. High temperatures today, mid 80s, still above normal. For Pocatello, we should be in the upper 70s. So it still tells you a good 10 degrees above normal. Here's our precip chances across the area. Here's the general outlook from SPC for just general thunderstorms across our area today. Kind of matches up with our forecast for the most part, and this is also the HREF thunderstorm outlook, HREF model for today as well. Here's our low relative humidity today. You can see the best thunderstorm chances will be those areas that have a little bit higher moisture for the afternoon, particularly those mountains, southeast highlands area, then of course Island Park area, and Galena Summit area. We'll be, with that trough moving through, we'll be a little bit gusty up in the Arco Desert Range area and across the Montana Divide, and then still gusts of 20 elsewhere across the area, but a little bit stronger, like I said, up there along the Montana Divide today. High temperatures as we go into Saturday, about the same as today, if not slightly warmer, particularly across the southwest. And as we go into Saturday, precip chances hardly anything, maybe just along the Montana Divide. That also SPC outlook kind of shows that as well. High temperatures on Sunday are the warmest through this 7-day period. You can see in the 90s for across the southwest, and then the 80s most elsewhere. And then do start to get a little bit of precip chances out ahead of that next little trough, mainly along Montana Divide. You can see that's kind of shows here in the severe weather outlook was for general thunderstorms as well. And then as we go into Monday, cools down a little bit due to the cloud cover, but and precip chances. And then as we go into Tuesday, even quite cooler, but still slightly above normal across the area. And there's the precip chances mainly across the Island Park area. And as we go into Wednesday, a slight increase, but again in that mid 80 range, and then it goes back into 90s, looks like, as we go into Thursday and Friday with high pressure building back in. Again, those will be well above normal and near records as we go into the end of next week, and that will do nothing but to continue as you look at the extended outlook. June 20th on does look for temperatures being above normal chances to being above normal. That's the outlook. And then here's below normal chances for precip, so likely to be dry as we go into that extended outlook. So just a quick summary, we are looking for isolated thunderstorms and showers today, mainly across the Central Mountains. It'll be fairly isolated and across the Montana Divide and the Southeast Islands, and the above normal temperatures will even become even more above normal as we get dry and turn into a strong southwest flow and back into the 90s for some valley areas in the southwest by Sunday, and then a weak system next week. Even though we won't have much precip, it will bring those temperatures back down a good 5 to 10 degrees from what we have been. So that concludes the briefing. If you have any questions, give us a call at that number listed here. Thanks.